Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Welcome to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network for all of us coaches, authors, and thought leaders and speakers out there. I'm Angela Howard, and I'm welcoming Mary Ellen of Ask Mary Ellen. That's her handle. And she has a business called Real Health, and it's the acronym of REAL. So we're going to learn more about her and her business today. Welcome, Mary Ellen.
Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you so much for the blessing of being on the C.A.T.S Me. I just love this platform. It's just wonderful. Such a great opportunity.
Yes, and we're so glad to have you here. So tell us more about Real Health.
Well, of course, like you said, REAL is an acronym for really enthusiastic about life. Because when you're really enthusiastic about life, when you learn to love yourself, when you stop criticizing yourself, when you stop judging yourself and others, you get really excited about life. And then, wow, guess what? All of a sudden, the health problems are gone. The relationship you want in your life, you have your dream job. Everything is harmonious and balanced. And I just support everyone. I want everyone to learn these truth principles that have helped me so much in my life.
Well, what inspired you to start a business like this?
Well, I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 6, and I was always told growing up that my mother didn't want me. Don't tell anybody, it's horrible. So you can't get married, you can't have kids. Of course, I did get married. I'm on my second husband, whatever. And then in 1989, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Now, I was already learning what I call truth principles, and these truth principles are different they're not facts or opinions. These are truths. These are truths you can use any moment of any day. It's not just a fact that's going to change from day to day. And these are all God-based, Christian-based principles. They're universal-based. Of course, I have 3 books out on truth now, and they help because when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, there weren't any medications. So I went on this journey through studying Ayurvedic healing, Chinese herbs, and finally getting into the truth teachings through A Course in Miracles that brought so much goodness and peace into my life. And I just want those to get out to everybody.
And it sounds like you've transcended quite some challenges. Tell me, who do you work with? Who is your typical client?
Well, I've had everything from 12-year-olds, teens, to an 80-year-old lady that was dealing with a lot of negativity, to couples and divorces, or if people are looking for relationships, I do relationship workshops, parenting workshops. I taught middle school for 15 years. I graduated from the University of Georgia. So my teaching skills have led me to create activities to help people understand what they're going through.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee, by the way. So I'm sorry you went to University of Georgia.
I know. Oh, wow. We'll have to meet up sometime.
I just had to say it. So describe for us a recent success story, like the before and after of somebody who's come and worked with Real Health.
Well, I had a person come in with had going through a divorce, and they didn't want the divorce. They didn't want the person to leave. And I said, well, you have to look at it. Okay, you have to embrace it with love. You have to always drop fear. You have to always embrace everything with love and step back and look at what you have to learn from what you're going through. Because when you don't learn from any relationship, and it's all about yourself, then you're going to recreate that relationship again and again and again in your life until you do learn.
Mhm.
So you always step back and look at it. Now, I have a theory I teach people called 1 finger out, 3 fingers back, which means the
Mhm.
good you see in anybody else is the good you have inside yourself.
Yeah.
And conversely, the things about other people that hook you, or you say, oh, that's horrible. Why are you seeing it that way?
Mhm.
What do you have to learn from that? And if you see something and it doesn't hook you and you can just let it go, there's nothing to learn. You've probably already worked through it. And if there is a lesson to learn, you step back, and a lot of times in my life, I'll see my mother all over again. And I'll be like, there you are again, Mom. And I step back and I'm still learning. And until you embrace it with love and you forgive, the forgiveness is not about the other person. The forgiveness is about forgiving yourself
Mhm.
for being in that situation. And so as this person was going through the divorce went through fine. They're now dating somebody because I asked them, I said, okay, now that you're divorced, write down all the characteristics you want in the next relationship and be specific. Do you want them organized, neat, attractive, exercise? You become those characteristics that you just wrote on that paper, and that relationship is in your life in a heartbeat, because your relationship is a mirror for you.
Yes. And that sometimes is a hard pill to swallow when the person in front of you is not what you want to see, and it's a reflection, right? So
Exactly.
we're all in business here. We're entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, authors, coaches, just like you. And do you have a piece of advice for us in the coaching business, just women in business, just a nugget, something that can bridge the gap for us?
I always tell people to do what they love to do. Think to yourself, okay, what do I love to do? What is my talent? What is my God-given talent? And my God-given talent wasn't always writing or speaking. Since I had a lisp growing up, I never thought I'd be a speaker or even a writer. And God led me down this path, and you might be a painter, or you might just go and get a job. If you have to make some money, get a job to earn some money and do what you love to do as a hobby. And you will suddenly see opportunities opening up for your hobby to actually become your job that you can do to give back and inspire the world. Because when you're doing what you love to do, the money will come. Let it go. It will come. You got to drop all that worry. Worry is a no thing. Regret is a no thing. All of those things we've been taught that are fear-based, we have to drop, and we have to always come from love.
Wow, that's a great message. So what's next for you? What's your big vision?
Well, of course, I'd like for somebody to find me and throw me on a national stage. That would be wonderful, because I really, I'm trying different techniques. I have 2 more books in the Truth series that I'm working on, and I have speaking engagements. I really want these truths to get out to our world, because I know when we change our erroneous societal teachings that we've been taught all our life, to be a good mom, you have to worry. Well, if you've been a good mom, why should you have to worry about your kids?
Right.
What you see in another is in you. We have to teach those. What you focus on expands, what you think about happens. The easiest way to change your life is to change your thoughts. These are so powerful. And people will say, oh, okay, and they might do them like once a week. No, you have to do these every minute of every day to create what you want. Because what you focus on expands. Do a vision board, get a job, and be aware of those opportunities. Awareness is always your first step. So many people miss what's right in front of them.
I love vision boarding myself. So,
Mhm.
Mary Ellen, how do we find you?
Well, of course, you can Google Ask Mary Ellen. You'll find it all over the internet. My website is askmaryellen.com. I'm all over social media with my truths of the day and my reels. I've started posting that people seem to really love the reels. And that's helped me to engage more viewers into my truths, which gets them into my books. And then they say, well, can you help me? I have clients in Pakistan, in Canada, in Arkansas, all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I embrace that. I embrace where God is leading me.
That's such a wonderful message. And we really do at C.A.T.S Network appreciate your time with us today on the Big Meow, and wish you all the best of luck as you pursue. I love your acronym a lot, the Real Health. Really, really enthusiastic about life. Yes, I love that. So you have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Angela. You're such a blessing. Thank you so much.
Bye now.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.